Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl T Milan. I'm back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a full set. As you can see, first I pushed the cuticles back. Well, we might have missed that part, but at first I pushed the cuticles back with my cuticle pusher, and then I proceed to take the shine off her nails using my mandrel bit. Next, I begin to glue the tips onto her nails. I didn't show this on camera, but after I glued her tips on, I cut her tips down to the length that she desired, and then I'm going back in with my mandrel bit to blend the tip in with the natural nail. Next is nail prep. So for me, I kind of dehydrate the nail twice. So once I lay the tips on, I go over it with a cloth that's wet with rubbing alcohol. That's already a dehydrator within itself. And then I go over with another product that's kind of like a dehydrator. So I'm just making sure that nail is dry and dehydrated and has no oil, no residue, nothing on it, because we want them tips to stick. And then after I dehydrate the nail, I go in with my Young Nails protein bond. I'm supposed to put 2 coats on the nail before acrylic application. So I go in with my nail bond, my Young Nails protein bond, and put 2 coats of it so it can create that sticky layer so that the acrylic can adhere to the nail. Here I'm going in, starting off with my acrylic application, dipping my brush into my monomer, grabbing some powder and placing it on the nail. I generally work in the 3 bead method, starting my first bead off in the middle, kind of working that down, then doing the bottom bead, and then doing the top bead. But to be honest with you, whether you do 1 bead, 2 bead, 3 bead, 4 beads, you can do as many beads as you want to, just as long as you're building out that nail, creating a good structure for the nail. It really doesn't matter how many beads you use, but typically I am a 3 bead type of person. So right here you see me getting closer and closer to that cuticle area. If you're one that's working with multiple beads like myself, when you get closer to the cuticle area, you do want to make your beads a little bit smaller, making sure they're not really wet because you don't want to flood the cuticles. also, if you do see that a little bit of acrylic has gotten into the cuticle area, it has touched the cuticles, make sure you take your brush and just wipe it off clean. You do not want the acrylic to touch the cuticles because they will lift and water will get under it and the whole enhancement will come off eventually. Also take note that every time that I'm laying the bead down and I am putting the product onto the nail, I am constantly wiping my brush. That is something that you need to remember when you're laying acrylic, is to constantly clean your brush after every time you lay a bead, because you don't want acrylic to dry up in your brush and that will ultimately mess up your application. And then you got to go and clean your brush. So just making sure that you're wiping your brush frequently throughout your whole time of laying the acrylic, just to keep that brush free from drying acrylic. After I finish laying the acrylic, I go in with my ceramic 5-in-1 drill bit to seal the cuticles and remove any bulk from the nail, and kind of just like smooth out any lumps and bumps that the nail might have so that it can be smooth for polishing. Next, I'm going in with my 8080 grit nail file to shape the nail. She wanted that perfect square, so I'm going in on the sides, shaping them sides down, and then shaping the free edge of the nail. After I'm done shaping, I also go over the nail with the sanding band. And the sanding band is essentially to get any marks in the nail from filing and shaping out of the nail. So I go over it with the sanding band to further smooth it out, and then after I use the sanding band, then I buff the nails. So after I buff, the client goes and washes her hands. She comes back. I take the alcohol again and wipe the nail down, because you always want a dry surface when you're working with acrylic and when you're applying gel. So that wasn't really recorded, but just want to let you know what happened after I buffed her hands. And so this clip, you guys see me doing French on her nails because she wanted French on all of her nails, and then she wanted me to glue the rhinestones on there. I didn't really get too much of good footage of me doing French on her other fingers, but this is a good part right here to show y'all how I do my French. And so here it is. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and share this video if possible, because you never know, you might be helping another new nail tech that wants to learn how to do a full set. I'm also going to be putting my social media handles in my description box, so if you want to, you can follow me and I'll follow you back. Here's the end of results. Catch you later.